All right, continuing to figure out our business. So we know who we are serving, that is B2B SMEs in particular segments. Then Neha and I started looking at what kind of problems we were solving. So we took a step back and looked at the 100 odd businesses that we connected with most deeply and looked for a common thread. And we noticed they all had reached a certain stage of stability. They had all proven their product or service works. They had happy customers and they were all making money. But they had hit a ceiling. They knew they had needed to step up their game to grow rapidly and scale. But the thing was that they had all tried marketing before, they had worked with agencies, they had spent good money, and it kind of worked, but not the way they hoped. So they were all stuck in this frustrating place. And when we talked to them, here's what we heard: they didn't have a steady flow of qualified leads. They were still relying on referrals, which is great, but it's not scalable. They knew they needed marketing to scale, but they genuinely didn't know what will actually work for them. They had worked with marketers who didn't really understand B2B, or worse, couldn't deliver results. So there's this kind of skepticism now. They knew they were making a real difference for their clients, but they didn't know how to tell their story in a way that makes actual buyers care. Also, their prospects couldn't really explain their value to the decision makers in their company. And for B2B, this matters. The message wasn't clear or compelling enough. We also found that founders were doing too much, investing time, investing energy, investing money, but nothing was compounding. It all felt like starting from zero every single time. They all thought their brand was invisible to buyers who actually matter. Their websites exist, but don't really convert visitors into conversations. And they know video builds trust and authority, but they're not ready to put their face to the brand yet. Does any of this sound familiar to you? If you're nodding along, I want you to know that these aren't unfixable problems. That's what we are going to talk about next. What actually works, what can move the needle for businesses like yours, and honestly, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these pain points hits closest to home? What else would you add to this list? Your inputs mean the world to us at this stage because we are figuring it out. So, see you in a couple of days, and thank you so much.